Hey everyone, this is Shadow. This is the video for the PTB Carto mod and Power Flush. I want to give thanks to Bad Colo over ECF with the idea behind all this. So I just kind of brought it to you guys. All right, you're going to use the the Pro Pyramid bags. They come out like so. Now what you're going to be looking for initially is as you take it and undo it, there will be a seam that creates a T. Not the single seam, but the T. And you're going to want to cut the top of that T off. Get rid of the T however you want, and you wind up with basically a little bag. Now you're going to cut these into fourths. So you can fold it in half, cut it, take that piece, fold it in half, cut it. And what you're going to wind up with is this. As you can see, it's the inside. This is the edge of one of the sides. And then you will fold that again lengthwise. And then on the seam end, as you can see right there, fold that in maybe 1/4, 3/8 of an inch. Fold it in one more time. And that essentially is your mod. Now, just before placing it into the Carto, you'll put one more little long crease in there, just so it gives a curve to it. Okay, so it'll give that slight little curve. Okay, I already have some made up here, and what we'll do is we'll get into the cleaning with our Magma Cartos. I've already pulled out the mouthpiece and the inner cup seal, as you can see. And then I have a 10 mil. I cut the end of a Carto condom off. That's all I did, just cut the end off. Simply put it on. You know, nothing big or fancy. Slip the Carto in, like so, and commence to power flush. And you can do this however many times you feel is necessary to get rid of the primer or old flavor or whatever. Doesn't matter. Like I said, the water is pretty much around boiling. I'm going to shake it off a little more here. All right. So what we're into now is we'll just do a quick dry burn. See if we can accommodate that. Get that going fast enough here. We can get this dried enough to get it for us. I was going to have another Carto on the side just to show you, but this is a new adventure for me into the foray of YouTube. So, all right, now let's see if we can get that to zoom. There we go. Anyways, as you now you can see, it's starting to glow. So I can't get up. There you go. Well, now it's glowing red, obviously. He said it doesn't. So far, it hasn't burned the wick. I haven't had any issues. Bad Colo showing it. This way, it just really cooks off any of the old goodies that you have. You know, it brings your wick back to white. Makes the coil wires themselves back to the silver. As you can see, no damage. Nothing going on with them. Let's see if we can get it to. There we go. Come on, focus. Now let's see if we can get this off of manual. There you go. And a little dry burn. As you can see, I mean, it's not hurting a thing so far. Like I said, I've been using these Cartos for a month and a half, roughly. You know, starting with the E3 version as soon as they came out. Makes the biggest difference between them. So there, now we know it's dry because we've got the heat. But the difference between them is that here's one tore apart. So as you can see, that's how they sit in there. I've already tore the wick out. But basically, the biggest difference between them is the E3s have this silicone glue, whatever, and the E4s do not, and they have a little rubber boot that comes up around the end of the cup, so it effectively seals it to help prevent it from leaking. Like, there's really nothing to these connection wires and everything. It's just a tube. That's all it is. So for simplicity, so you understand a little better. All right, now let's get to our PTBs here, get them going. Now we've had our effective dry burn. So basically on the top, as you can see where the coil is, that's where these are going to sit, right at the top. So get that going in there. Your tweezers, these aren't the best, but they work. If you got something that'll really get you a better grip on these, then you'll really be able to fly through this. Mine don't go all the way together completely, so kind of slides and doesn't always get a good grip. All right, so now we got that one in. Get this side in. And as you can see, it's not a real big deal. Just get them down in there. All right, so there we go. You can see them on each side. And then you got a little void at the top and the bottom. That's where when I pull them off, I just drip down the side. And I fill it actually, like where you can see the top of the PTB. That's how full I fill mine. Occasionally I might get a little gurgle, nothing major. The seal itself, I put in upside down. Like that. So it'll sit in there. And I do line up the factory fill hole right over the void. The little spots. That's all I do. Nothing major. Put it in. And then like I said, I use drip tips. And that's pretty much it. It has solved my wicking issue. I am a heavy vapor, and I've been a Carto man for many months, just out of convenience and everything. So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple thing. Like I said, when it's time to clean, I just simply pop off. Then inside you have the little filler. Pull that little seal off and pull out the PTBs. Do a quick cleaning. Now when I've done that, I just have white distilled vinegar, real simple. I'll do a couple power flushes with hot boiling water, and then I'll put maybe 3-4 drops of vinegar on the coil, let it sit for maybe a minute or something just to help loosen up. Then I'll do another couple of power flushes to help get rid of the vinegar flavor, and then I'll do the dry burn. Like I said, it helps to get things ready. But I mean, you really don't need to in general for it, because your juices are pretty much water soluble, and that it'll eventually do its thing. But I do the dry burn just to help turn the old juice that's developed on the coil and wick, cleans it, brings it right back to white. So that's the PTB mod. This is Shadow. Hopefully this clears things up. Any questions? Holler.